We don't have a beer to review. We are drinking beer. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's stupid good from Disgruntled, and it's delicious.
Stupid good.
Shit beer nerds say. So we're gonna start at the very beginning with how beer nerds like to describe beer. Are you guys ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready? So let's start with the taste, Naj. What are some descriptive ways that you can describe the taste of beer?
Bitter.
Hoppy.
Funky.
Malty.
Acidic.
Banana.
Banana is a fruit, not a vegetable. Dank.
Roasty.
Tart.
The look of a beer. How would you describe the look of a beer, Naj?
You can start with the color. You can start with like the opacity. Be like, this one's hazy. This one's clearish.
This one's clean. This one's chunky. This one's turbid. Lots of sediment. How do beer nerds describe the smell of beer?
Oh, fruity.
I smell butter popcorn. Some people say they smell cheese.
Melon. Chocolate.
Spicy.
Occasionally you'll have a minty flavor that you're smelling.
Sometimes you're like, ooh, it smells like horse blanket or gym socks or my grandma's rug.
Or all I smell is my own feet right now because I just worked.
Yeah, some beers smell like Nej's feet. The mouthfeel. Oh, do beer nerds like to talk about the mouthfeel of a beer?
Heavy, heady,
Thick, thin,
pillowy is her favorite.
dry or juicy,
Viscous,
effervescent, champagne-y.
velvety.
So another thing about that beer nerds do is they like to use abbreviations. Beer-related abbreviations and not so beer-related abbreviations.
Cool.
So, we're gonna run you through them.
ABV, alcohol by very stout people / volume.
Yes. IBUs, International Bittering Units.
SRM,
Standard Reference Method.
which has to do with
The color of your beer. ISO.
in search of,
ISOFT.
in search of for trade,
IPT would be an...
in-person trade.
Yeah. And ABW is alcohol by weight, not
is-
volume. SG, FG. Starting gravity, finishing gravity with beer. It's important. Third thing we're going to talk about when it comes to beer nerds and shit that they like to say. This is less about what they say and more about what they type on the interwebs, whether it be Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. They like to use the hashtags because that's how other beer nerds find them. Hashtag beer me.
Hashtag beer geek.
Hashtag craft, not crap.
Hashtag beer porn.
Hashtag beerstagram.
Hashtag drink what we have to.
Hashtag proper glassware.
Hashtag beerstagram.
Hashtag beertography.
Hashtag beerstagram.
Hashtag whales, bro.
Whales, what does that even mean?
Whales are like beers that are like huge. Like
Hashtag beer good.
hashtag beer life.
Hashtag beer.
Hashtag PBR.
Hashtag pantsless beer reviews.
Hashtag drink local. Or don't.
Hashtag high ABV.
Do you even saber, bro?
Hashtag do you even saber? Very bearded man in like a black t-shirt with like a sword just
Sabering a beer.
Yeah.
That's not wax dip because that doesn't work. I learned from experience.
I've never sabered a beer before.
Oh, it'll happen this summer in my garage.
In the garage, I saber beers.
This has been Shit Beer Nerds Say.
Linejoie.
And Kelly, who drinks twice,
You drink way
twice
faster
as
than me.
fast as Naj.
I always have to pee.
I like my beer cold, I drink it fast. Shit Beer Nerds Say.
Hashtag shit beer nerds say. ISO, man who will love my cat and me equally. Ghostface, do you remember that time you always walked on the table and you're an asshole?
And you always shake the table? So bad. Don't say pillowy if we're drinking together.
99 bananas.
Banana
but
ain't
an orange
one.
ain't one. I'm getting felt up by a cat right now.
Yeah, here it is. Rated cat.